You are not lazy. You are not behind because you lack discipline or drive or desire. You are behind because no one ever taught you what to work hard on. There is a specific type of pain almost no one talks about, the pain of effort without progress. The exhaustion that comes not from doing nothing, but from doing everything wrong. You wake up early, you stay up late, you read the books, you set the goals, and then you look up 12 months later and realize almost nothing has changed. That is not a motivation problem, that is a direction problem. Today I am going to show you exactly why it happens, and how the top 1% build in a way that makes their effort compound instead of disappear. Hard work is necessary, but hard work is not sufficient. Charlie Munger said it simply, I have nothing to add to hard work, but I have a lot to add to working on the right things. Most people work hard on activity. The 1% work hard on leverage. Activity is motion without direction. It feels like progress because you are tired at the end of the day, but tired is not the same as effective. Busy is not the same as productive. They are spending their best hours on the least important work, and their most important work, the thinking, the strategy, the deep creation, gets the scraps at the end of the day when they have nothing left. This is not a character flaw, this is a system flaw. And systems can be redesigned. Your results in life are not determined by your goals. They are determined by your identity. James Clear writes that every action you take is a vote for the type of person you believe yourself to be. Every action is a vote, not for your goal, for your identity. Most people do this backwards. They try to bolt new behavior onto an old identity, and the old identity always wins. The 1% start by asking, what kind of person achieves this result naturally? And then they begin building that person from the inside out. They do not say, I want to write a book. They say, I am a writer. And writers write every day, not because they are superhuman, but because it is simply what writers do. Aristotle said it 2,000 years ago. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, it is a habit. Most people are not stuck because they do not know what they want. They are stuck because they give equal energy to unequal things. The 1% think in first principles. They strip every problem down to its foundational truths before they act. They ask, what do I actually know is true here? If I forget everything I have been told, what remains? Seneca wrote, it is not that I have little time, it is that I waste so much of it. Clarity is not a luxury. Clarity is the multiplier on everything else. Here is a simple exercise. Write down everything you worked on in the last 7 days. Then ask, if 20% of these actions produced 80% of my results, which 20% was it? That is your clarity map. That is where your energy should live. Instead of asking, how do I succeed? Ask, how do I guarantee I fail? Charlie Munger borrowed this from the mathematician Carl Jacobi, who said, invert, always invert. Ask yourself, if I wanted to stay stuck for the next 5 years, what would I do? You might write, stay busy with low-value tasks, consume more content instead of executing, keep changing strategy before anything compounds, avoid the uncomfortable decisions I have been postponing. Now look at that list. How much of it describes your current behavior? Warren Buffett did not win by being brilliant every day. He won by being not stupid consistently. That is a radically different game. Subtract first, add later. What you need, what actually changes a life, is a decision, not a goal, not a vision board. A decision about who you are becoming, a decision about the standard you are going to hold yourself to, starting today. Marcus Aurelius wrote this to himself in his private journal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That discipline, that internal standard, is what separates the 1% from everyone else. Not talent, not luck, not access, standards. The standard you accept becomes the life you live. Raise the floor. You are not behind. You are at the beginning of a decision. The decision to stop working hard on the wrong things, to build identity instead of chasing motivation, to find clarity before you add effort, to remove what is already failing before you add what might succeed. That is what the top 1% do differently. Master your mind, master your life. If this gave you something real, subscribe. Every week we go deep on the frameworks and wisdom that separate the 1% from the rest. This is not motivation, this is mastery.